Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm the Mysterious JG. So we need to get out of this building, which I probably shouldn't have entered in the first place. But it looks like we have found an escape route. And we need to get... I think this is where the game ends, actually. I feel like that big tower there is where the game actually ends. But we haven't advanced far enough in the story for us to be told to go there. And I'm all the surprised we were able to go in and explore the little bit that we did. There's probably like a specific door in that tower we go into. Sorry, suddenly eyes started itching. M-Side Cafe, Highball Tavern, Ringer Hut. But yeah, I think that, like, that skyscraper there. Because there's some other tall buildings around here, but there's nothing else as tall as that skyscraper. And I believe when we've had these scenes of the young master, Evil Jerkman, in a fancy business building, I think that's the one. And I think that we're going to go there and beat the shit out of him. I really don't know how this game is going to end, actually. I really don't. I've had a certain amount of information that I got, including the fact that I know the final post dungeon is like a tower of some kind. So maybe that's what it is, and maybe I'm mixing the two up. But yeah, they've made it pretty clear. Like, we didn't want to just kill the young master. Like, we would have thought that was because what's his name? The head of the Japanese Yakuza, the Japanese mafia, the Yakuza in Ijincho, offered to help us kill the guy, and we're like, no, we can't do that. That's the son of the man who raised us. Now we found out that he's not. Maybe that changes things. But I have been wondering, like, okay, how are we rectifying this? Because Ichiban is a good person, but this game really is like heading down towards the road of this guy's too powerful and too corrupt and too evil. Like, have you got to just kill him? But I guess we're going to find out pretty soon. Hey, cool. It's a reggae bar with... It's a Japanese reggae bar, so it's got... You can find good music already. Hold on. Already open. You're coming. They spelled reggae wrong, of course, but I just like, oh, it's a Japanese reggae bar, so of course they're taking like reggae traditional color scheme, but they're also, which is actually an African color scheme, but they're associating it with like a cute little, mascot. Syntax error. Didn't we have... Yeah, this was a location way earlier in the game. The lady who was like drunk all the time that we knew from our childhood was... She was going to run an organic place or something. But I guess this is Shellac. This is where we're going. No, it's not. It's just a restaurant we could enter. Where we're going... is... Pub Atenchi Wild Whiskey. Earth Angel, Nick should be here. There's Johnny Idiot. He's Johnny Guitar's dumb cousin. Because if you have the same first name as somebody else, they must be your cousin.
I think your friend's here. You know this guy, right?
Oh wow, big matron.
Ichiban.
Hi, Ichiban.
Hey, thanks for all the help.
Big man.
So did you really want to shake Aoki's hand that bad? Or was there more to the plan?
Oh no, I planted a bomb on
It
him.
wasn't about the handshake. That was just stage one, man. Plenty
Stage
more
one,
to
man.
come, now that the young master took the bait.
Well, I still think stage 2 is more than a little shaky.
And we're gonna explain how we survived that explosion.
Fill me in on what it is already.
Okay, so Aoki ordered Sawashiro to kill Masumi Arakawa.
What?
Our first move was to tell Aoki there's a recording of him giving that order in the Arakawa family office.
What? Is there really?
Of course not.
Huh?
It's bullshit, and he totally knows that. But the beauty of it is, he can't risk
Yeah,
ignoring it.
I do like that part.
Because of
Like,
this-
logic indicates this is bullshit and it's a bluff, but just the tiny chance that it might be true means he can't ignore it.
Even a 1% chance it's true. He goes to jail and his whole life goes up in smoke. So
He
now
won't be a
he has
gray
to
zone.
sweep
He'll pretty
the
much be
captain's
a
office.
murderer.
I'm sure they'll turn the whole Arakawa office upside down looking for it. Not just Sawashiro's.
Yeah, plus I told him we were planning to go get the recording. And I said we'd do that before the polls close tomorrow.
So security will be really tight in
Means
that
Aoki
building.
is going to be desperate to find that data before we do. No doubt he's going to throw some serious manpower at the task. Think of the scene at the Millennium Tower tonight. It's going to be swarming with Omi Yakuza.
Pretty cool,
But
huh?
then what?
Well, they can search all night, and of course, they won't find shit. But Aoki won't be satisfied. After his minions turn up empty-handed, he's gonna send his biggest, baddest dude.
His best
Tendo,
searchers.
Yep.
Tendo, the murderer, is also
Kill
excellent at
Arakawa-san.
searching.
Not to mention he tried to blow us up, too. We would have been screwed if Adachi-san hadn't noticed something was off.
Part of this is that there's only a small number of people who can be trusted to search for this thing, because you don't want the wrong person to find it and then decide to blackmail you with it. So, like, Tendo might be, excuse me, one of the very few people that can actually help search.
Kasuga, we need to go.
Huh?
Everyone, get out!
Okay, we are getting some explanation. So we left the guy to die.
Add that to the pile of reasons to take revenge on Tendo.
We
What
got
do we do about Aoki?
our explanation for how we survived the explosion is we saw it right before it went off and ran away and left that other guy to die. Like, that's better than
We'll get to him.
absolutely
But
nothing.
he can take a fucking number. Tendo was the highest name on my shit list.
You really think he'll show up at the
Oh, I
tower?
forgot. I wasn't paying attention.
Right
Who
now,
was the
he's
other guy
basically
that
the leader
Namba
of the
wants to get?
Tokyo Omi Alliance. So he's desperate for the recording too. He'll show up when they don't find it.
I think it's a solid plan. And besides, does anybody have a better idea?
Nope. And I wish I'd come up with this one. What use am I if all the good ideas are coming out of Kasuga's head?
I have the same problem.
Good plan or not, I
wouldn't be a very
count
good
on
leader of the
Aoki
Chinese
and Tendo
mafia
waiting
either.
Until tomorrow. I think they're gonna come and take care of you first chance they get.
Yeah, I would
In
think
case
so
you
too.
forgot, you're on enemy turf here in Kamurocho.
This is where I was born,
Set foot
man.
outside, and every cat in this town will pounce on you like a mouse.
That item the Jiao is equipped will only prevent random encounters, not plot encounters, my friends. And there are no continues, my friend.
Sounds good to me. I've been sitting on my hands so long I'm down to warm up with some cats before I take on the lions.
Okay. I'm gonna warm up with Cats the Musical.
Really? I gotta go through the Arakawa office with a fine-toothed comb for this shit.
Correct.
Sounds to me like me and my guys are cleaning up after your mistake.
Correct.
Yes, you are. Do you need every order I give you explained in minute detail?
Sorry I'm not on the same wavelength you and Sawashiro were. I'm guessing Kasuga survived after all, huh?
Because I didn't watch the news and see it for
Glad to
myself.
tie up for you. And this time, I'll make sure it never unravels. Any objections? Oh, now you want to be careful and not say naughty stuff out loud.
That's actually pretty funny. Also, the elections are tomorrow. Like, if a guy is running for office and dies the day before the election, like, even in fucking Russia, that would look suspicious.
Worried there's a recorder nearby? Huh? Smart.
Not that Russia is like the place where that kind of thing is least likely to happen, but I mean, that's the kind of place where things would happen and people are expected to look the other way. You know what I mean?
I'll just say one thing.
Yeah.
If anything ever happens to me, your little Omi Alliance Fund Patrol is dead in the water. This castle you've built is on pillars of sand. Without me, those pillars all turn to mud.
For reasons I won't
Same
explain.
he said of you. I can replace you in a heartbeat, as many times as I need. We are not what
equal ground, Tendo.
You're really gonna make Tendo want to kill you.
What? Think I don't know any of this? You should realize, though, we're just getting started.
We're gonna be good friends
The
with this over.
Tokyo Omi Alliance is gonna earn your respect. Trust me.
I already trust you
You
completely,
can earn
friend.
it by just focusing on the job you have now, protecting me, which is in your best interest anyway. See how these things go together? As long as I'm your top priority, I'll continue to seek your services. It's that simple.
It's just that simple.
Yeah, I get it. But Aoki-sensei,
What is it?
someday, I think you're gonna see the value of our services.
Service.
You'll come around.
Your services are no longer needed. And again, you got two brothers. One of them's kind of a jerk. The other one's pretty much best person ever who's never managed to soap land. I'll let you figure out which one's which. This game needs to end with them, like, duking it out on top of the submarine conning tower, like Metal Gear Solid 4. Damn, Karamochi's really flashy. You know what I say? Nobody sleeps around here. We're in unfamiliar territory, and we've got enemies on every corner. What do we do until tomorrow? Don't worry, a detective friend of mine has a safe spot we can stay. I thought we were going to stay at the bar there. Really? Nice going, Adachi-san.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bar in Tanachi. He called New Serena. We should check it out. Guess we're going to this New Serena bar. Why did we go to one bar and then... Whatever. I want to hang out with Nick, who existed only... Yeah, that whole scene with Nick was just... It led to nothing. I do remember this huge lady being here in the old city. And apparently talking like a man. Is that what's supposed to be going on? I'm not trying to be cute. Is she supposed to be transvestite? But I thought she had a female voice, I mean, kind of a deepish female voice, but I thought she had a female voice before. So yeah, like, I'm not trying to be cute. It's oftentimes it's easier for a transvestite, a male, you know, portraying a female character, where I don't know the right terminology. I'm not trying to offend anyone. I'm really not. Like, often there'll be like a, you know, because men tend to be larger than women, so they'll often portray a fairly large, perhaps overweight woman, like, you know, divine or whatever. So, like, I really am not trying to be cute. Was that a mistake, or was that supposed to be a transvestite who wasn't trying very hard with the voice? I wasn't sure. I thought she had a female voice before in the plot scene. Hey, there's Zip Gals. All-time something. Yeah, this city appears to be all red light district. He's all talking about gray zones. It's like all sorts of sex shit going on in this city. Bar a long time ago, 2-4, 2F, second floor. Birds. If it weren't for that little string or little gate blocking our way, we could have gone to a place and purchased birds. Got turned around a bit. We need to be going this way.
Hey, I think we're lost.
Happens while you're wandering around the back streets of an unfamiliar city.
Oh, look, it's one of those nightlife information booths. Bet they could tell us where we are.
Oh, maybe that's what this place is.
Besides, it's a free service, so how bad could it be?
I'm fine with it.
It could be really bad. It's free.
Asking directions.
I don't see any other options. Do you?
Nope. Besides, I'm obligated to see how much Kamurocho's changed.
You pervs. I know exactly what you're up to.
Owning the debate. Okay, so that's what this is. This is a nightlife information. So this is as a city service, I presume, a information listing. Here are places to go to, you know, pay for sex in the city. Truth 3 suggests that there's a Truth 1 and 2 that we missed, unless it's like a sublimely magnificent Jack Shot number 3 thing where there really isn't another one, but we want people to think there is. So yeah, we apparently missed some stuff. Or maybe there was Truth 1 and 2 were in other cities in the game. I've forgotten them. That is entirely possible. New Serena. What's annoying me is that if we were to go back to Yokohama, it'll be nighttime, which means we can't seem to advance stuff with Eri or... Oh, who's waiting for us here?
Hey, Mako-chan. Damn. Father Time has not been kind to you.
This is probably somebody I'm supposed to know from a different game.
He was a real jerk to you too, Adachi-san. It's been a while.
Yeah, this is almost... So I don't know who this is. I'm not going to pretend. But there's now 3 different sets of games set in the Yakuza universe, because I forget what it's called. Lethal's been playing it now. It's where, like, if you're a fan of his chats and... not chats, like his Twitch streams. He's got various sound clips. Like one that I never quite figured out what the hell it was about was "This is Yagami." It's from some other game set in the Yakuza universe, and I can't remember the name of it. And you can put it in the comments if you feel like it. I don't care, because I may check them out at some point. But you play as like an investigator more or less, and this guy's either from those games. I think this might be Yagami, except that he didn't call him Yagami. So
Who's this?
The rarest of creatures.
Oh no, it's Date-san.
His name's Makoto Date.
It's weird because I thought Makoto was a girl's name, but yeah, Date, because yeah, he was a detective. He's an ally of the main character in the other Yakuza games. He's like a detective who Kiryu was working with him, even though he's a cop, and Kiryu was with the Yakuza, but they kind of found reasons to work together and blah blah. And I kept making references to him being the one-eyed dragon in Lethal's chat, and Lethal would see them and pretty much ignore them because he had no idea what the fuck I was talking about. Because Lethal is not a Sengoku Jedi nerd; he's more of a modern Japanese culture. I hesitate to say nerd. I don't want to offend him. Many years ago, I made Bobo really mad by mistake because we'd been to see his friends. He's always been much more sociable than I am and better at meeting new people. And we went and played video games and hung out with some of his friends. And I said something later like it was video games, it was nerd culture stuff, it was geek culture stuff. Like, you know, very dear friend of his who I consider a friend of mine too. I haven't seen him in a while. Big into like Star Trek and stuff. So I said something like, when are we going to go see your geek friends? And I just kind of said it, not meaning it to be bad. And yeah, like you just got to be careful calling people nerds and geeks just because you are one and they are into the same things you are.
So you're Ichiban Kasuga. Rumors are true.
You really aren't as good as Kiryu.
You got eyes just like he did back in the day.
Like who did?
You know who he is.
Friend. Nobody you would know.
No, he's talking. I believe he's talking about Arakawa-san, but who knows?
Anyway, I hear you're trying to keep a low profile.
So
Well,
I thought I
you
would
can
mess
mess
that
with
up by
better
throwing a
stuff.
big party in here.
Go on, get some rest. It's late.
You sure?
Any friend of Adachi Senpai is a friend of mine.
I wonder if
Well, I've
Adachi
heard
was
you
a
got
minor
big
character
day
in a
tomorrow.
previous game and I didn't
Do what
realize.
you need here to rest up.
Wow. Thanks a bunch, man.
Thanks as well, big man.
Take care.
Appreciate it, Mako-chan. Sorry to get you wrapped up in this.
This is a walk in the park compared to the shenanigans I usually get roped into.
And again, they just like passively just slam their own game as not being as involved or I don't know. Like it's like, yeah, this shit that's going on with you and your story is nowhere near as crazy as the other Yakuza games. It's like they just keep passively finding ways to say this game is not as good as other Yakuza games.
Good luck, Ichiban Kasuga.
You too.
Isn't Kiryu? You do. You're so not Kiryu. I can't even stand it.
Good morning, Ichiban. TV says the polls are already open.
Oh, sweet. It
I
should be
wonder if
daytime.
anyone's put a check next to your name yet.
Oh, I'm sure someone's done that as a joke by now.
Boom. He's going to win. It's going to be hilarious.
Or a pity vote.
Hey, Ichiban.
Is it true you're not as
Ready
good as
to go when
Kiryu?
you are. The Millennium Tower is standing there like a big old beacon.
And it's the final dungeon of the main story.
Of course, once you step inside, remember, that's an act of war against Ryo Aoki and the Omi Alliance.
Yep. If we go in, there's no going back.
So any side games you want to do.
Probably better tie up any loose ends first, Ichiban.
But I know that the game allows you to go back and do, because there's things we've never done. System tips, night and day. Accessing the closet on the second floor survive bar will cause the time to shift. Use this to your advantage anytime you need to visit places only accessible at night or meet people who only come out during the day. Oh, neat. We've needed that for a long time to keep our side quest progress
Can I
going.
open it? Sweet.
Bullet of memory. Oh, well. If the bullet of memory is what I think it is, then it doesn't matter. Because I believe the bullet of memory is used to level up the Hitman job. And that is a job only one of our characters can use, and he's already mastered it. Yep, this is Jungi's. Yep, so it doesn't matter. He's already mastered that job. So that is now utterly useless to us. We will never, even if I put him back, even if he came back into the party, and I was using him as a hitman, which I probably would, like for the final, like when I'm actually going through trying to do the end game or post game stuff, I won't be leveling. I'll be using people in their strongest jobs to have the best stats, rather than trying to level up other jobs at that point. But yeah, at that point, he won't be able to gain more experience, so we will never be using that item. That's a shame.
Man, my back is killing me.
It's a nice apartment. Apparently we've got more exploring that we can do too. I don't think this game features fall damage. But we can come up on the roof to find a gold safe and possibly a Tojo clan crest.
Got it.
Dragon's Binding. And Tojo clan crest, as expected. Dragon's Binding is the best HP increasing accessory, and I wouldn't normally use an accessory slot just for something like increasing HP. Mental supplements, okay. I need to get in there. I need to get a fusion core for my battle armor, or power armor. And in fact, this actual place may have been Date's place that you were used to rest in as part of a previous Yakuza game. That also goes to the first floor. Yeah, I don't want to lock myself into Let's Playing all of them, because there's a few of them. But I almost certainly at some point going forward, if, you know, I continue to have good health and I don't know why I would bring that up and make things all dark. But yeah, I definitely need to check out some of the other Yakuza games at some point. But I think that place might have actually been featured, like, oh, it's Stardust. I think that place might have been featured in a previous Yakuza game. Let's, I'll tell you what I'm going to do to wrap this video up. I've had several videos go long. I could have this one go short. But let's go back to Ijincho. Now that it's daytime, we probably have several other side quests that we can do. I'm not going to start doing any of them now. Well, except for there's one I might start. But yeah, we've got different quests that we, you know, haven't done yet that I think you can come back and do them post-game, but you should be able to do all of them during the main game. So this might be, we might actually get away from doing the main, I haven't quite decided. Like, do I want to hurry up and finish the main game and then do side quests? Because they write the side quests in such a way that they don't connect with the main game. You can do them whenever. But, even now, no, I was expecting to see more side questy stuff appear. We've got, well, there was one I was looking for sure that does seem to have appeared. I thought there might be some other ones. Like, if I can't finish Dragon Kart now, when the hell am I going to be able to finish it? I'm pretty sure it's not meant to be, you have to get in the post game before you can finish Dragon Kart. Well, anyway, let's go to Survive Bar and do the thing that I was meaning to do over here. Or see if we can. International Show Club Black Hole. And Daisuke Girl. Is Japan got more, like, nightlife stuff? Like, Japanese cities have more nightlife stuff, or more just, like, openness about nightlife stuff than European cities? Because this does seem pretty extreme. I mean, we're not even in the red light. We're in Koreatown. I guess if Koreatown has its own Koreatown about it. Like, there was a red light district, but yeah, if there are different ethnic parts of town, that might be where the Korean soap lands and brothels and whatnot are. I don't know. I'm not trying to judge. I'm just a little... Seems like there's an awful lot of something or other girl businesses to be found around here. So let's head into Survive Bar now that it's daytime, because last time we tried to do quests that I thought we had been invited to start. It wasn't possible. See? There we go. Now Aria's actually sitting. I think we could probably do it now. You got anything on your mind? I'm here for you, man. What about Psycho?
Hey, Chun. Wanna join me for a drink? Now we're talking.
Oh, you know what? I didn't mean to do this. I wanted to do her last, because I believe we just initiated a quest with her that I didn't want to do yet. So we just saved outside. What we're going to do is call it a video. When we come back next time, I'm going to actually, I think, finish the romance plots and then see what other things we can do. We're going to have a lot of, like, just kind of random stuff in the next few videos, because I feel like, let me know in the comments what content, side questy stuff we haven't... Not even side quests, just like side activities. Mahjong. I'm not really interested in trying Mahjong, but I could do it if people wanted to see it. I remember I had this big, long playthrough of Fallout New Vegas, and one person did want to see the card game in Fallout New Vegas, but I basically ignored it. I felt a little bad, but the Caravan, I think it's called. There's only one person who in the comments said they wanted to see it, and I never ended up showcasing it. But yeah, like there's the batting cages, there's mini golf, there's a few. We've done a lot of side stuff in this game, but there's a few that we haven't done. You can go to hostess clubs with your male friends. We never took Jungi or Zhao to the movies. Like, let me know if there's anything particular you want to see, because otherwise it's probably like try to get everything that's officially marked as a side quest done, then go do the final main story sequence, then go through the specifically post-game super dungeon and fight the post-game super boss, who I think is... I'm not expecting like the battle with Penance that took like an hour and had people who'd never seen anything on my channel before posting comments like, why won't this guy shut up? Because they just came to watch a video of someone defeating the Final Fantasy X super boss. Yeah, anyway, we're getting really close to the end of this thing, guys, and we kind of might not have a huge number of people watching this, but it might be time for us to sort of figure out the rules on when we cut this thing off, because I did kind of feel a little bad. Like, Final Fantasy X is probably my best LP, and I did all the crazy stuff that involved being hyper leveled. I kind of got to a point in the story, saved on a separate slot, did all the crazy stuff that involved being hyper leveled, like optional super bosses. The monster arena in that gave you super bosses. Then came back and used a less leveled party to play through the end of the story, so I wasn't one-shotting the final boss. This game I've been grinding. The final boss battles in the main story are probably not going to be that challenging regardless, but I don't want to be in a situation like I played GTA 3 and I'd never done it before. I was curious to see it. You can win the main game, and you know, get your revenge on Catalina and rescue the girl who was kind of your love interest but not really, and get the wacky ending that game had. But you had a bunch of other stuff you could do, and including the stuff for the crooked cop and the missions for Donald Love, and like, you could make the end of the game Donald Love's disappearance, which I did because I'd never done that before, and it becomes the biggest anticlimax of video games ever. So I don't want to have a huge anticlimax, so let me know, guys. Do you want to see me wrap up the main story and then just kind of play with side stuff? Do you want me to do as much side stuff as possible first? Are there specific side stuff things that you really want to see? Like, we haven't touched mini golf or the batting cages? Just let me know, and I will try to wrap this video game Let's Play up in the way that pleases as many of the regular commenters as possible. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys, and when we come back next time, we'll be wrapping up some romance stuff. See you then.